Tamaria, Lakayye on all my socials, so feel free to follow me on your favorite one. We are still tapping into the zodiac, astrology, general reads, rolling the dice, seeing what energy we pick up on. So we're gonna go ahead and continue with that. If you would like to speed through the video, go ahead and hit the 1.2 or the 1.5 option on the speed at the little circle thing and speed it up, okay? Let's see who we have next on the table. And we got Scorpio. We have already done Scorpio. We got Gemini. We already done Gemini. All right, we got Pisces. All right, so Pisces, let's see what we have for you. All right, Divine, what messages do we have for our Pisces collective? So far I see the Six of Swords in reverse, and then also the Ten of Wands in reverse. So you could be kind of scared about moving out of a situation or communicating about a situation that's making you feel stuck. All right, a situation that's making you feel stressed with the Ten of Wands. All right, so it's like, what's that? Let's see, what is that? That is, I want to say Saturn, all right? So you could be like working a little bit too hard when it comes to certain things in a situation that you're in. It's like maybe you could find like a different way to do something or set up some boundaries so that you're not having to work as hard as you currently are. Maybe that's what you're wanting to communicate, but you feel like maybe if you do communicate, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to change the situation. You're still going to be feeling like this lack of progress. Okay. This came out on the side. All right, so we got the Three of Wands in reverse, and we got the High Priestess in the upright, and that's all the cards. All right, whatever it is, Pisces, you are wanting to free yourself from a situation. All right, you're wanting to have a clean mind about a certain situation. You're ready to start affirming yourself positively when it comes to you being able to overcome certain fears and certain blockages mentally. You could be tapping into your intuition right now with this high, or not the High Priestess. Yeah, this is the High Priestess. All right. So you could be getting some strong downloads, some strong spiritual downloads, all right, some enlightening moments, all right, really looking at the problem on a deeper spiritual level, all right, just really being tapped into the spiritual world and understanding the mystery and the wisdom of what's going on with you. All right, so it's like maybe you didn't plan something thoroughly, the reason that you're having to work as hard as you are to get out of something that has you mentally off balance, off harmony. Let's see what the leading energy is. Leading energy is the Ten of Swords, okay? So whatever it is, Pisces, you're ready to you're ready to make a break for it, okay? You are ready to allow this cycle to be completed. You're ready to allow this cycle to end. You don't care about what you're losing, you don't care what you're losing. All right, you just know that it's time to let go. All right, so we got the Ten of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles. It's like you know it's time to let go, but then again, you feel delayed for some sort of reason. Let's see what this card is that Didn't pop out. Okay, Pisces, so if you don't do anything, all right, to move out of this situation, don't worry about it. All right, don't worry about it. The divine will set some things up in play for things to start to shift in your life to where you're not going to have any other choice but to make some changes. All right, you're not going to have any other choice but to trust your intuition about the next moves, the next steps, okay? The divine will shake shit up in your life, all right? Cause some problems. If you don't want to solve the problems on your own, you don't want to allow the ending to happen through choice, all right? Through free will. Why did my mouth get stuck like that? If you don't want to end this situation with free will, all right? If you want to continue to stay in this mental energy, all right, where you are overworking, overthinking, over worried, all right, spirit is burnt out because you're carrying all these burdens, all right, then divine will put something into your life to interrupt what you have going on, and it'll seem like a devastation, but once it's all said and done, it's going to be the change that you need, all right, when you start to, you know, get back up on your feet after you fall out of this trap that you have yourself in. Once you start to get back on your feet, you'll see that it was a revelation all to begin with. All right, so we have how many swords out here? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24 swords on the board, including the one on the bottom. 16 all together. So yeah, you are literally mentally forcing yourself into this tower moment. All right, because you're not wanting to communicate something. Maybe you're not communicating to God. Maybe you're not communicating to your partner. Maybe you're not communicating to your job. Whoever it is that you're needing to communicate with, it's like it's not happening, and all it's doing is causing you all of these mental disturbances. But like we said, freedom is on the verge. All right. Then we got 13 wands out here. So yeah, it's time for a transformation. It's time for you to let a new era of life come to you, all right? Let the old life go and let the new life come to you. All right, let's get some clarification cards really quick. So won't you come pick up your clothes? I have them folded. Meet me at the top. Yes, I just said you're going to have to allow that 13. This is the 13, the death and transformation. You're going to have to allow that old way of life to die. All right? See people on the ground? All right? You got to let the old die so that the new can arise and take place and shift in your life. Okay. All right, so we have the strength card popping out under that 10 of swords. All right, so you're gonna have to find your strength. You're gonna have to be patient with yourself. All right, you're gonna have to tame that ego and do more work from a spiritual place and not like an ego place of where you're trying to prove to anything or anybody your strength. All right, you want to prove to yourself and you want to prove to God that you got the situation on lock. All right, but don't be out here misusing your energy, making poor investments, all right, taking on opportunities that are not beneficial for you. Make sure that you are, staying balanced in the choices that you are deciding to be in when it does come to work, when it does come to making money, when it does come to partnerships, all right, when you are collaborating, with someone, okay? Both of these have the infinity symbol, all right? She got the infinity symbol on top of her head. He got it in his hands, all right? You want to think of opportunities, all right? And you want to build a place of strength to where you're constantly able to stay within that energy. You don't want to be juggling, all right, your energy or your finances in a place to where it's like you're unsure about what's going to happen or what would be the reward or the outcome. Yeah, you don't want to be worried about what you're doing with your energy and your strength. You want to know that whatever you're thinking, whatever you're investing in, whatever you're doing, as far as the work of developing that discipline and that character within you, that it's always going to work out for you. And this Two of Pentacles is also falling under the Six of Swords in reverse. So another reason why you could be feeling stuck is because it's like you don't know which way to choose or which way to invest your energy and your finances. All right, Divine saying that it's the truth, all right? So the truth is you are going to have some sort of tower moment, all right? But within that tower moment, it's going to bring you a sense of clarity. It's going to bring you a sense of revelation. You're going to get new ideas. You're going to get new spiritual insight. You're going to have new mental clarity, all right? You're going to have to cut some people off, all right? You're going to have to be blunt and honest about what it is that you're thinking, what it is that you're feeling, what it is that you've seen, what it is that you heard, all right? You're going to have to keep your head above the clouds and just really look at life from a different perspective. This is going to make you a lot wiser as you're moving forward in your journey. You got to transform, all right? You can't stay stuck and expect growth. All right, growth doesn't come from not changing. When you plant that seed don't just stay a seed. That seed has to turn into some roots. Then it has to turn into a stem, or the roots is going to turn into some bark, right? Then the bark is going to start to grow from up under the ground, and then you're going to have branches, and you're going to have leaves, and you're going to have fruit, or whatever it is that you're planting. But the seed don't just stay the seed. You have to allow the evolution, all right, of change to happen in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit, and in your soul along the journey of life. All right, you could be rushing, all right? You could be very energetic about this new beginning, all right? Once things happen, you might find a new source of energy. Don't go out here burning up your energy, being lustful, all right? Use your energy that you get from seeing the benefits of this situation change in your favor. Use that energy in a productive manner, a productive way, all right? Don't be out here being irresponsible, making unnecessary love offers, all right? Pouring your energy into unnecessary situations, all right? Don't be out here looking to build with nobody that's not on the same level as you. All right. And then that way you can have some stability. All right. You can build something from a stable place energetically and spiritually. And then you'll be celebrated. All right. You can have your party. Love that for you. All right, so we got another 10 out here on the board. So heavy on the change for you, Pisces. All right, mental change, spiritual change, emotional change. All right, all in a positive aspect. But again, you are going to have that situation that's going to hit you abruptly. All right, that's going to make you change the direction into where you're headed. All right, it's going to make you take action, desire, and will in a whole new another direction from where you are coming from, because you're going to have this new perspective on life and the things that you are going through and the things that you want to do moving forward. Let me do these emoji cards. So won't you come pick up your clothes? I have been voted. So the first card that popped out was the houseboat. All right. So as you are making this break, you're going to have people fishing for information, trying to figure out what's going on. All right. They're going to be being nosy. You're going to have to keep your moves to yourself. Keep your moves to yourself. Keep your mouth shut. Put your phone on silent. Do not open up them DMs. All right. Start loving and appreciating and admiring yourself, all right? Regardless of where you're at in the journey, start pouring love into you, all right? You could have a lot of people wanting to love and admire you because of the changes and the growth that they're going to be seeing in you, but it is important for you to keep your energy balanced, okay? Royalty on the bottom of the deck, all right? All right, so we do have fortune teller out here, okay? And this is happening under the tower and the ace of swords. So you're going to see something that other people can't see about this situation that you're going through. And you're just going to have to trust your own intuition and trust your own insight about this situation, all right? Divine is saying, don't be ignorant. Don't cover your eyes up to what is right in front of you, what is in front of you, not only in the physical, but also in the internal, all right? If people are confused about the way that you are moving and the way that you are working and the way that you are speaking, just let them be confused. Don't try to over-explain, all right? It may make them feel some sort of way, but that is up for them to figure out how to deal with their own emotions, all right? Maybe you've tried to carry the burdens of other people's emotions for so long, all right? Let them figure it out on their own. Jesus, not all of these are popped out. All right, we're going to take this one on the bottom, and then we're going to take this one. Okay, so we have the praise and encouragement, all right? God, your spirit team, your angels, your ancestors, they are all wanting to give you praise and acknowledgement from the hard work that you're going to do, all right? It's going to be an applause, well-deserved, all right, after you get through this explosive moment that's getting ready to take place in your life. Okay, so we have penny pinching. All right. Financial struggles. All right. Saving up, budgeting. Maybe you are trying to, maybe you're stuck in this situation because you have been trying to like save up so that you could go ahead and make an escape. All right. So that you could get away, so that you could run. But maybe like you just not good at budgeting the money. All right. So you didn't have to go in and out of the bank account. Okay. You didn't have to face a lot of ups and downs, all right? A lot of hot and cold moments when it comes to you staying in this situation. We're gonna take all three of these. All right, so we got a light bulb moment. All right, something's gonna click for you. All right, again, be mindful of lustful, all right, behaviors. And greed is, you know, being greedy, all right? Being inconsiderate, all right, is also something that can prevent you from, you know, being tapped in with your higher self. All right, the clock is ticking, all right? Who knows when this situation is going to happen abruptly, but it's like deadline is approaching, all right? You've been too busy trying to penny pinch, all right? But it's really time to go the distance when it comes to the situation, all right? You got to be in it to win it. You got to be ready to be invested, all right? Make long-term, intentional goals that are going to help you to get to this next level in life. All right, but Pisces, that's all I got for you today. I hope everything goes well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.